Welcome to Health Crush, your source for integrative health information. We bring you real people with real experience. Hi, I'm Mark Allen. During the last few episodes, we've been talking with one of the most positive people I've ever met, Servet Hasan. She's a cancer survivor, and we've talked about the initial diagnosis, we've talked about the treatment, and now we're going to talk about how her friends and family reacted to the fact that she had cancer. Servet, when you told your family, they may have known before you because you were in surgery and you didn't know until you were out. What was their reaction?
Well, my younger brother is a surgeon, so he's a retinal eye surgeon, but he was just, he and his wife's a doctor too, but so they were very matter of fact. Okay, these are the facts, this is what you're going to have to do, this is how you're going to have to get through it. Good luck. And then my parents were just in denial, like, oh, that can't be true. That's just not true. What are you upset about? It's all gone. Nothing's going to happen to you. And it was like one extreme and the other. So I kind of was like, okay, nice to hear from both of you, and I'll just take it from here, because I couldn't go into denial and stick my head in the ground. I just wasn't going to do that. On the other hand, I didn't want to face the statistical facts of women with ovarian cancer usually have maybe 1.5 to 2 years to live. That was that side of it. So I was kind of like, okay, we're going to just take what's happening here and make it work.
You have more life in you than any 10 people I know. What about friends? You were telling me about one specific friend who did shopping for you, I think took you around to appointments.
Yes, and wasn't even that good of a friend of mine, and a really close friend of mine who actually brought me home from the hospital right after surgery, 3 days after surgery, and set me up. And I was, a wreck. I was throwing up when she was trying to feed me, and I was not, it was awful. It's a horrendous surgery. I have a scar that's like over 1 foot long, and She got me home. She got me settled. Yeah, it's from the top of my belly button all the way down. And then I never heard from her again. I called her a couple of times, and she was nice. I mean, she would respond, but it was very sort of like, I could tell she couldn't handle it. She couldn't handle it, and I didn't push it.
And yet another friend of yours, who you didn't know well, now is one of your best, what is it, BFF?
She was like, what do you need? What do you need to eat? Let me get you. She packed the fridge full of food. She walked my dog. That was an issue because, especially with chemo, the day of chemo, the day after chemo, I was not well enough to walk my dog, to cook meals. It was hard. And she was there every step of the way. I'd turn around and she'd say, let me take the dog. Let me get you some soup. Let me, she filled the fridge, and that your taste buds change during chemo too. So things that I used to like, I no longer liked. So she was more than willing to go out and find things that I might be able to eat, and then get me tons of it. It was just like I ate carrot cake every day, which was odd, but it made me feel good, and I liked it. I don't know. I never liked carrot cake before, but anyway,
I only like the icing on top, the cream cheese. We mentioned so the friends were, some hung around and new friends came in, and you're still friendly with the woman who was taking care of you.
Absolutely, and I'll never forget it. So I'm giving back on that end, but she's still very, very helpful. I still really have not met someone that just stood up. I mean, just stepped up and took over, and that was really lovely and amazing because I was very lost and confused at that point.
This is a little philosophical question, but those who give back get more, would you say?
Well, yes, exactly. You sow what you reap. Karma's karma, and I think that's really important to remember that as well. It is.
Servet, thank you very much. Servet is an award-winning author, best-selling author. Her first book was called
Oh, it's the latest book I've done is Life in Transition.
Life in Transition. And
Correct.
you have a new book coming out. I'm pushing
Right.
this book because I love the title is called If Life is a Cosmic Comedy, What Am I Still Doing Here? And then there's a subtitle to it as well, and that is
How I Kicked Cancer's Ass and Found My Mojo.
Wow. I'm Mark Allen for Health Crush. Thanks for watching.